Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Bat Châtillon 155-55. It's the Tier 9 French SPG. This one is located on the north spawn of Pilsen Encounter, and it's under the command of Angelina75 of OLIMP, and it's her first submission this week for the competition for the Weekend Lion. Well, as many of you know, Angelina won last week. Yes, Talon could get a first-class tanker, and he did manage to get a bronze medal, but he couldn't get the Confederate, which meant that Angelina beat him. Even though his win rate was better than Angelina's, he lacked that medal, and that's why he lost. So, Angelina's coming from a position of strength, and the Bacon Chef wants her to get up next weekend, so he's going to do his best later on, but in the meanwhile, Angelina gets to set the first one. Okay, it's capable of 680 alpha, 48 millimeters of pen, 7.6 meters burst radius, 12.5 to 27 seconds of stun. But the best part about it is it's got a turret which can turn all the way around, and that means that in order for Angelina to hit the enemy and then relocate afterwards, all she has to do is drive forward just a little bit, and she's changed position. First shot's out. It looked to me like it was a splash right next door to the enemy. It certainly does suit Angelina's playstyle. And we can still see sun on that IS-3 too that she hit. She's going to put another one in there. Rouse out. Oh, he doesn't like that. He moved back after he saw that one come in. So that's another 264 hit points. That guy's been hit twice already. Okay, Angelina just did a quick look in the corner. The enemy Arty are a Bat Châtillon 155-55 and a Lorraine 155-51. Over on the other side of the battlefield, we've got a Kunstpanzer, and he just got tracked. Angelina didn't fire, so she's still got a shell ready to go, but she's picking a new target. She's found one, but she changed her mind. She just saw the tracer coming from the enemy Arty, I think. Just trying to work out where she thinks he is. Nope, she's decided against it. Instead, going for the object 452K. Rounds out. And that tracked him, and it was more splash. Now, by moving laterally like this, you actually avoid counter battery because the enemy Arty is not going to fire at a random position. They're going to fire at the end of the tracer, and of course the end of the tracer is where you were, not where you are, and that makes a big difference. Okay, you've got two enemy tanks, a Gonkapicha and an STB-1. Rounds out. Oh, direct hit right on the rear of the Gonkapicha. I'm not sure if I keep forgetting if I'm pronouncing that one correctly, but it looks like it landed on his rear deck, which means Angelina might have penned him. Well, you can see, yes, it did land on the rear deck. He is missing some hit points. So Angelina might be about to do the same again. Rounds out. She's looking. She's looking. Well, probably near. Very near. He is missing a lot of hit points now, that guy. Angelina's scrolling out. Okay, there are targets she can hit. We lost sight of the one that was down at the end of that road, but here he is. It's actually an E900. Revs out. Lands right in front of him for 105. I'd say another tip, actually, which is a good idea. Don't park directly behind one of your teammates, because if you do, and the enemy gets it wrong and overcalculates their position, the shell might land on top of you instead of on them. Plus, if you fire and the shell tracer is going to appear directly over their head, And if the enemy, again, miscalculates, he'll get the shell instead of you. Always worth knowing that. Try not to park next to a teammate, because 2 chasers are easier to spot than 1. But always, etiquette-wise, try not to fire over the top of your teammate, because it could have unforeseen consequences. That was a good shot. 282 off the engine deck of the IS-32. He hasn't forgotten Angelina. After all, she did hit him several times before. Well, a splash could kill that guy now. You only need to land the shell near him or cough on him and he might die. Unfortunately, that wasn't close enough to cough. Yes, in order to be close enough, you have to hold their balls and then tell them to cough. The men are going to understand that one. I know, sorry, it's a terrible joke. Okay, we're looking for enemy Arty. Oh, no, he's moved. There he is. Rounds out. Bat Chat 155.55. Loses 244 hit points, but it wasn't bang on target. But hopefully our teammate in the Lorraine 155.51. Oh, we don't need to worry, because somebody else was right on the ball. The IS-4. And there's only 4 enemies remaining. And there's the Lorraine 155.51, rounds out, and that's a kill. And that is the end of the game, and it's victory. Here's the end of battle stats, and that was a very good second-class tanker for Angelina75 of OLIMP in the Bat Châtillon 155.55. She managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits in that game. She managed to get 8. She got a win 8 of 2,430, which is very good indeed. And you can see several tanks got hit more than once. She didn't get the kill on the IS-32, but I think actually in a sense it was probably good that she didn't, because, well, actually I suppose seeing she did actually kill Lorraine, if she hadn't killed the Lorraine, she would have got a Confederate medal. But if she had actually killed the IS-32, that would have disqualified her from getting the Confederate as well, because she didn't hit enough tanks if she took out the Lorraine as well. So I suppose getting the Lorraine at the end of the game did have a bit of a cost, because she would have had a medal otherwise. At least so that's what I think. Let's have a look at team score. Well, the highest damage in the game went to the Centurion Action 10 on our team, who got 4,206 hit points of damage. He picked up a Confederate. Now, if he got a Confederate, let's have a look and see how many he hit. 6. 6 difference. Angelina would have got a Confederate if she hadn't killed the Lorraine at the end of the game. She would have had a higher score by not killing him or she would have had a reward, which would have put her higher on the table of the contest. So, going back to the deals again, don't worry, it happened to Talon as well. Remember, he killed a tank once. As a result, he missed out on a Confederate and lost the weekend competition as a result. 3,898 hit points went to our Type 5 Heavy, and 3,140 hit points went to the CC1 Mark II. Angelina picked up 2,188 hit points, and that means she beat everybody on the enemy team in terms of damage, but she was actually 5th on her own team. When it came to kills, though, it was actually shared between the Centurion Action 10 and the Type 5 Heavy. Both got 3 kills. 2 kills went to the Barask, and 1 kill went to Angelina, but in 3rd place. But look at this, only 2 members of the enemy team actually got a kill in that game. It would have been a 15-0, but for those 2 kills. So, yes, it just goes to show this is a bad matchmaking game. When it came to base XP, we can see that Angelina's in 5th place again. The Barask got it this time, 1,058, the only player to get over 1,000 base. 990 went to the CC1 Mark II, and 965 to the Type 5 Heavy, with the Centurion Action 10 separating Angelina from the 900 mark. Let's have a look at detail. She only fired 10 shots, but the battle didn't last very long, 6 minutes 19 seconds. She got 3 direct hits on the enemy, 1 penetrating shot, and 9 splash. Now, do we guess which one actually got penetrated? I think we could probably take an easy guess. It would be the Lorraine. Yes. No, I'm wrong. It's not the Lorraine. Surprising. The Bat Chat. No, she splashed him. The Gonk. Yes. The shell she landed on the engine deck. She got 867 hit points in total off that guy, but one of those shells actually did penetrate his engine deck, so it was a good shot. She aimed for that. She wanted that. And yes, we saw the shell disappear with no explosion, but we only saw the hole afterwards. We didn't actually see that it actually gone through. So very good damage. I honestly thought for a second it would be the Lorraine, because the Lorraines don't have much in the way of armor. Anyway, going back to the details, she got 9 splashes, 2,188 hit points, all of it at more than 300 meters. Damaged 6 of the enemy, killed 1. That cost her, the Confederate, 406 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. On a free-to-play account, Angelina made a profit of 13,697 credits. And she did get a 15,000 mission completion bonus in there as well. And 1,620 experience points altogether. She says she can't hit anything, but yep, she did get a pin. And she hit those, the Lorraine pretty hard. The Bat Chat less hard because, of course, it was slightly off to one side. So it splashed him. But yes, the big surprise was the Gonkovica. I'm not sure if I keep saying that's a wrong pronunciation. I keep getting it wrong. But yes, that was a surprise in the end. So there you are. The Bacon Chef knows what he's got to do. He's got to get a first-class bruiser and a medal, or second-class bruiser and a medal, to beat Angelina. But there again, Angelina has been known to come up with ace tankers just like that out of nowhere. So we'll have to wait and see who is going to win this week's contest. Hope you enjoyed that replay. If you can, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.